Do not let my intrusive thoughts win. You see an interesting video on YouTube. It was uploaded 10 years ago, and it is 12 seconds long. Men under 5.7 foot really only have two choices in life. Become a femboy. Become a savior of the princess, if you are a simp. Trucks then and now. 12 yards long, 2 lanes wide, 65 tons of American pride. Mom, it went through the car wash and died. Can you call tech support? Choose one. Purple pill. Green pill. Golden pill. Blue pill. Me thinking 2020 was bad. 2024. When the only vegan option is a salad with tomato, lettuce, and cucumber. We told the new guy to catch the sparks because we recycle them. The extinction of dinosaurs 66 million years ago colorized. Hot girl explaining why I would be her perfect boyfriend. Me knowing that my alarm will ring any second now. Nobody looks good drunk. Henry Cavill. Me explaining to my ex's little brother why we will not be able to play on the Xbox together anymore. I am sorry, little one. Scientists created a device to produce electricity every time you overthink. Me after few minutes. When mom says, go play outside. Knowledge leaving my body the moment I finish an exam. Mike Tyson in front of the Sphinx. I would pay money to hear that man pronounce Sphinx. What will cure all your problems? Me. When she finished a bottle of wine and gives you this look. Cute single moms in your area. Please reply to this email by the 12th. Me reading the email on the 20th. Fox News showing news about foxes. Sky News showing news about the sky. BBC News. No sugar added. A ton of artificial sweeteners. Interviewer. What is your name? Me. Hired. Interviewer. You are hired. Me. Thank you, sir. Chrome on phone. Chrome on laptop. Architect. I just need a nice brick arch here. Bricklayers. Say no more. Well, if you like her, just ask her out. Always works for me. The guy giving me this advice. Could you stop making your website worse? For 5 minutes. When he is not taking the hint, so you have to be extremely obvious. Oh no, the bra fell off. Why, my friend was arrested yesterday. Teacher, next one to laugh gets sent out. My homies' faces. When the company that fired you starts messing up tremendously. Gen Z will drink 1 medium caramel latte, not eat a single thing till 4 p.m., verbally abuse a racist, crack a joke about their mental health, and pick up a tear gas canister with their bare hands, but get nervous when they have to call to make a doctor's appointment. Sleeping peacefully. The back of your calf starts to tighten. Me stuffing all my songs into a giant playlist that keeps growing over time. The night before a day off is more satisfying than the actual day off. Me before getting laid, me after getting laid. Write a question using why. Why? Good question. Whiny people. No, AI is going to replace artists. That is evil. A list of jobs lost to automation. When you drink cold water after chewing mint gum. Time traveler. What are you playing? Me. Half-Life. Time traveler. I love the third one. Me. Customer. This item is not priced, it means it is free. The supermarket cashier. When you are trying to simply get a glass of water in 2024, upgrading windows. The progression of bronze sculpture. 2,300 years ago. Today. I do not need a man I know how to put oil in my own car. When you realize April 20th, 2024 backwards is April 20th, 2024. Made with real fruit juice. 1% real fruit juice, 99% fake fruit juice. When you realize some billionaire is paying for servers to store your shitposts. When my daughter tries explaining how I should use my Charizard against the grass type I am fighting. Do not cite the deep magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. I am just trying to feed my baby. Where is the formula? Chill plankton. How I look at the cashier as I press 0% tip. Your house is burning down. You can only save one thing. What do you save? My house. Sorry about the mess in my house. Their house. Britain invaded over half the world for spices, and then decided they did not like any of them. The spices are too spicy. Yes, more blandness for us, please. When you realize they only text you because they are bored. Most expensive overnight stays in Italy, Norway, United States. Tobacco companies labeling the packs with big letters that it kills. Smokers. Huh. I wonder who that is for. Me after I lost my job. 10 hours of watching TikTok hotties. World collapsing in real time. I'm allergic to pollen. Plant cum makes me sick. Me. My AirPods after I lose them for the 15th time in a day. Spreading freedom. With managed democracy. Girlfriend. Be honest. Do I look good in this outfit? It's a trap. My FBI guy's watching me browse page 57 on the hub. Just beat it. If you reverse watch Matrix. You can see how Neo finally gets off drugs and embraces a stable office job in IT. When you get so drunk, you become a Disney princess. My parents. In my day, no one went to therapy. Me. Not my problem. Me and bro when we start hearing moaning and groaning upstairs in our parents' bedroom. Me. Bro. Me playing Call of Duty, wondering why there's no sound. My grandfather with his new Bluetooth hearing aid. Me after leaving 36 reusable bags at home, and the cashier asks if I need to buy one. Yes. No pain like a dad losing his muffin to a cat. Vibes I want to give off. Vibes I actually give off. Person. Breathes. Twitter. Wouldn't that make you offensive to dead people? When the whole class has to sing happy birthday to you, but you're an introvert so you just sit there like, why? Why did it need fingers? Caution. Icy conditions. I'm fine. My obvious mental deterioration. Where girls cried. Where boys cried. Where men cried. PS1. PS2. Me. Long day tomorrow. I need to make sure I am in bed at a reasonable time. Me at 4 a.m. This is how they get almond milk. When someone has explained something to you 7 times, and you still do not get it, and you hope they forgive how stupid you are. Water is blue. Water has no color. Water is blue. Types of headaches. Migraine. Hypertension. Stress. Arguing with anime fans. Winter. Summer. Realizing that America does not include tax on the product's advertised price. Visible confusion. Me being entrusted by family and friends with their darkest secrets. Me dealing with other people's problems versus me dealing with my own. Simpsons fans, when you do not remember a random one-off character from 73 seasons ago who only says one line, my eyes. Me trying to avoid eye contact with the crackhead at the gas station. It looks like you are brushing too hard. I am going to scrape your teeth with a metal hook. The lyrics on her new album sound like artificial intelligence. Yep, I will get that to you as soon as we are off this call. As soon as I am off that call. My therapist calling his therapist the second I leave his office. How people think when they see me. How actually I am. When boomers make fun of young people for using the technology that their generation invented. Hold on. This whole operation was your idea. I caught my roommate faking her Zoom class this morning. Gave myself a ticket so that they do not. Harvard. Bro, you want a scholarship. We did it. Humanity. Dubai. We flooded a desert. People trying to come up with a name for their daycare. Lil, get a girlfriend. Get friends. Me. You just got hired as an actor. It is a movie about how Neanderthals lived 40,000 years ago, and you got hired because you look like one. Me saying, thank you, to ChatGPT, so they spare my life when AI takes over the world. Your son is distracted at school. Sorry, what did you say? This is what irony means. You buy an electric car to save the planet and a tree kills it. When the club lights come on, when your body naturally wakes you up early on the weekends. The place I visited most this year. I know how to shuffle music. I don't think you do. Women. I hate my hair. No products work for me. Men after using body wash as shampoo. What's the dumbest thing you did as a kid? Me. Wish I was an adult. Young people summer. Old people summer. The other kids at Stuart Little's orphanage watching a family adopt a rat instead of them. Me. Finally goes to sleep. Cats outside. Her. Wow, how did you learn to do that? Me. Training legs to get bigger legs. Training legs for the testosterone boost, which means more upper body gains. Training legs for a stronger leg drive on bench press. The new hire after one shift. This is the worst day of my life. The worst day of your life so far. When you read a headline and look for the Babylon Bee logo, but it's from a real news source. Rob Zombie looks like the ghost of Macho Man Randy Savage. When you're watching a movie and people keep asking questions instead of paying attention, what he expects to wake up to versus what he gets. My clothes during the day. My clothes at 3 a.m. You just made food. You're at the table. Laptop open. What are you watching first? 2 unskippable ads. When you hit the lottery and your wife and kids start jumping up and down, screaming, "We're rich." Me starting a war after convincing reptilian theorists that people who oppose global warming are reptiles since reptiles prefer hot climate. Modern problems require modern solutions. This game's servers seem to be getting worse. Literally every online game right now. People who hate lemons. People who hate life. Life-giving lemons. 30 FPS on console. 30 FPS on PC. You say good morning. No one replies. Someone else walks in and says good morning. People reply. Female character in TV show exists. Rule 34 artists. Allow us to introduce ourselves. Me watching the player in a mobile game ad make the most brain-dead decisions ever. I don't know what's worse, the straw placement or the eye contact you'll have to make while using it. When somebody you just met starts telling you loads of personal stuff, sometimes you just gotta approach Shorty at the function like this. Officer, put down your weapon. Me. She complimented my physique. I'm all skin and bone. She flashed her bra right in front of me, and the boys. She looked disappointed when I told her who my crush was. I lied. I am 80% sure she was just messing with me. The whole class. Ugh, you should shave that weird mustache off. That one kid. No, I don't think I will. Me making my wife my personal secretary so I can bang the hot secretary without cheating on my wife. When you text someone with a question and they answer with a phone call, what your phone sees before it falls on your face. Ladies and gentlemen, we've solved sexism. Is there any difference between a man and a woman? They taste the same. When you finally meet your happy girlfriend's parents, and suddenly everything starts making sense. My executive level, breadwinning wife, me showing her the Lego Star Wars playset I want. Adobe. We will give you great AI-powered tools if you pay for our subscription. Users. I will own all the IP rights to my content though, right? Right? Me risking my career, future, and stability for 5 extra minutes of sleep in the morning. Telling guys to just man up. Actually listening and giving them the love and support they deserve. Me when I crack a beer after working 10 hours and my kid comes at me with some anti-alcohol shit they learned at school. Male armor in video games. Female armor in video games. What are you doing here? I gotta pay Johnny Depp. Me on my phone. Little kids, you got games on your phone. Remember how your games stopped acting up after you blew them? That's how relationships work too.